We all know with tiny house design that people can get really creative, but I've never seen a tiny house quite like the one that I'm going to show you in today's video. Zack and Crystal bought an old Army truck, and using a lot of ingenuity and a little bit of Zack's engineering skills, they were able to convert it into the ultimate expedition home on wheels. So let's jump right in and learn a little bit more about this one-of-a-kind home.
Hi, I'm Zack.
I'm Crystal.
We're from Washington, and we're out here on our second 6-month tour.
Come on in and see our not-so-tiny, tiny home on wheels.
We do a lot of outdoor activities, a lot of camping, and I always kind of wanted to build a little tiny home slash camper out of a 20-foot shipping container. So in our research process on finding a vehicle that could tow a 20-foot shipping container and tiny house, we ran across this thing in Texas. When we first saw this, we knew that this was going to be us. We flew to Texas, spent 2 days going through it with a mechanic and the private party. I took about 1.5 years off of work and made this my full-time job just to convert this into an expedition RV. Before we even did this, we had some conversations on what are things that we're not willing to give up. Unlimited hot water showers, a king-size bed. Once we found this, then it was trying to figure out how to design all those features into this space. My formal training as a plastics engineer and the use of CAD software made it possible for us to figure out how to put all those features into this.
We're really lucky because both of us have amazing families, very supportive, and both of us have very adventurous parents that I think probably set quite an example for both of us. They've done nothing but encourage us.
I don't think they were really surprised that we were buying a big Army truck.
It's just wonderful. The experiences we're having are just amazing. We said we'd do this for a couple years. We're already over 1 year into it, and there is no way I'm ready to stop in another year. No way.
So we'll start here on the outside. It's an FMTV, family of medium tactical vehicles. They take this truck and chassis and they'll create, I think it's like 14 different vehicles, and they give them a different designation. We were able to purchase this from a private party out of Texas about 1.5 years ago. These trucks were designed to be serviced anywhere in the world, so they've got a lot of standard parts. The engine is just a CAD engine, diesel. These vehicles do come with a CTIS, central tire inflation system. So there is a controller in the cab, and it will inflate and deflate the tires according to conditions you're driving in. These vehicles max out at 55 miles an hour. We're not in any sort of hurry, so it's kind of why we named her Bantha. Looking for some big animal name. Dumbo wasn't gonna do it. When we realized that Banthas were beasts of war in the Star Wars, it just kind of fit. The paint job is original. We just added the Bantha logo and our social media handle. On a daily basis, we get people stopping by going, what is that and where did you get it? Second favorite question is, how many miles per gallon do you get in that? We definitely get 5 to 6 miles per gallon. So the exterior of this FMTV is pretty much stock. This box right here is the original location for where the spare tire is. This controller here is an air over hydraulic. So a hydraulic ram would swing the tire out because they weigh about 450 pounds apiece. The other controls on here are cab tilt. So hydraulic will tilt this cab forward so that you can access the engine. So we do carry a generator on board, really only used when we run our induction cooktop, just because those suck a ton of power. We do have 1,700 watts of solar on the roof, which supplies us with more than enough for what we need just for lights and refrigeration. So we're in the back of the truck here. This is our tow bar. We do have a tow car. We tow a Jeep behind us. Between the frame rails is where we located 60-gallon freshwater tank. Directly below that is where we relocated the spare tire to. So there's a little winch right here It'll drop this arm down and then the spare tire can slide out the back. These are the original stairs that came with the truck. Didn't come with a handrail, so we had to build a little temporary one. These stairs are impossible to walk up and down on in high heels. Crystal loves her shoes, so added these little extra spots here so she can continue to wear them. We don't have a Blackwater on here. We've got a cartridge system, which we actually really like. It gives us a ton more flexibility. This will last us anywhere between 4 to 6 days. Campers or motorhomes have to fold up and go find a dump station, and we can just yank the cartridge system out, take it into town and dump it, and not have to fold up our entire house. One of our requirements before starting these adventures is we wanted unlimited hot water showers. We took a marine grade 20-gallon hot water tank, electric. So when we're hooked to shore power, we'll use that. That tank has connections that hook into our hydronic heating system, so we can heat the hot water that way. Or we've got an on-demand propane, so we've got 3 different methods of heating hot water. So let's go jump in the cab and take a look what's in there. So we're in the cab. We absolutely love the view from up here, probably 8 feet off the ground. Cab over design, nothing in front of us. It's an amazing view going down the road. So a few things that we've done to the cab on this. These trucks are very noisy. Crystal's put Dynamat on every surface that she could find in here, and then done felt and carpet on the back wall here. All the Dynamat and all the extra insulation has made a huge difference. Some of the controls in here, we haven't done a lot of work to it. We've got our CTIS controller, so this is the central tire inflation system. Our air brakes, our headlights, it's a kind of a dual hand operation, so you have to unlock and then roll this over. Our master power switch, there is no key. These vehicles did not come with a key. We did install one. So we love our rooftop deck. We've been told that the center section of this can support 800 pounds per square inch, and each of the slide outs can support 300 pounds per square inch. So let's go climb up top, check it out. Got the entire center section covered in solar. There's 1700 watts up here. So when we come up and use our deck, we slide these back panels over the front ones, set up our little propane fire pit, grab a couple chairs, and take a look at this view.
When we first started doing the design of this build, there were several things that the two of us decided we weren't willing to compromise on, and the first one of those was a king-size bed. In order to maximize our space here, we built the bed on a lift system so that it's up out of the way during the day, and as long as you're under 6 feet tall, you're free to walk around under the bed. Very easy to put up and down. There's buttons on the ceiling. It's all electric. It's built on independent motors so that there's no need to level the rig. So we can be out anywhere, parked on a hill, but we can level the bed just very easily. So another area that we both agreed on that we didn't want to make any compromises on was the sink. It's a great big sink. We also put a lot of thought into the use of it, because the way our rig is, sometimes the tip outs aren't unfolded, so we wanted to be able to use it from any layout. So if one side's open or the other, all sides, it can be completely closed up. We can still access one side of the sink. We have a nice industrial faucet. Everything is very dual purpose. So we also have this custom made cutting board that allows us to chop and be functional. One person can be doing dishes and another person can be cooking. So a little bit of information on the custom cutting board. It's actually a little bit of a nostalgic piece to us. It was a gift custom made by my father. and it's got special wood from all over the world. Originally he built it for a sailing vessel where they spent a lot of years sailing. Then he custom made it for bantha, so we have a little piece of family nostalgia with us. So tucked nice and tidy underneath the sink is the military teapot. This came with the truck. I ended up just loving this thing. It's one of my favorite features. When the bed is down, you can just reach down, flip the switch, and have hot water ready for tea and coffee before you're even out of bed. It just makes for a great start to every day. So this is our main table. When we're not using it, it simply folds out of the way very easily. We share our meals here. We like to entertain a lot, and I'm a digital nomad, and so this is my office. Next, we have our marine grade fridge. It's electric, doesn't run off propane, and so no need to level it. My favorite thing about the fridge is that we have an ice maker, which makes cocktails on the roof that much better. So this is our kitchen, which is actually a workbench that we purchased from Costco. We love that it's on wheels, so that makes it very flexible. If we're parked on a hill and it doesn't make sense to have it in one place, we just simply move it wherever it's convenient. We cut a hole. Zach put an induction cooktop here. On the inside we use magnets and we store our cutlery and our cookware. And thanks to a family member, we have all industrial cookware. We added storage bins underneath. So I store all our linens in the storage bins, and then we have one storage bin that is loaded with toys for nieces, nephews, and visiting family kids. So here we have the shower, which I have to say is one of those areas that was critical. We both were in full agreement. The shower head was designed to be very flexible. You can move it up and down. It's also designed that you can extend it outside if you want to have an outdoor shower. One of my favorite things is the temperature gauge. It lights up, it's colored, it lets you know exactly what degree the shower is in. One other wonderful feature is the floor here. Again, a little bit of nostalgia that we brought with us. This is a gift from my parents who have a sailing vessel called the Dreamweaver. So this teak floor on the shower is actually teak from their boat. So the shower door actually slides to reveal the bathroom, and we decided to go with a cartridge toilet, which we're very happy with. One of Zach's favorite features is that you can open up both doors. This seat actually rotates and he gets a great view.
We've got our TV here just for entertainment purposes. We've got dual monitors down here. I've got my tower mounted on the back wall so we can still work from the road. We use our cell phones as hotspots. We've got some standalone hotspots. We've set up a wireless network inside the truck, so if either one of us turn on a hotspot, the truck will pick it up and start broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal, so all of our other devices will connect to it. So over on the driver's side, we've got our battery bank. We currently have 6 AGM batteries, 120 amp hours. We do run a 24-volt system. One thing that we were happy to be able to keep is this Blackout Override, which is a feature that came with this box. Every door and window has sensors on it, so that when all the blackout shades are drawn, if anybody tries to open a door or window, it instantly kills all the lights and switches over to a blue light system. So one benefit of this blackout mode that this vehicle came with is when we want to switch to party mode, flip that on, turns on the blue light system in here, turn on the laser lights, we're ready for a good time.
For the short time that we've been doing this, we've learned to slow down. We were eager to get on the road and really try it out and test it, but we missed a lot of opportunities to stop and enjoy things because we committed to certain dates and timeline on a map. And we have a long to-do list on this rig. It's never going to be done. We have a lot of things we'd still like to do, but we also made a conscious decision, and it took a lot of hard work and effort to push ourselves to just go ahead and go. There's a lot of imperfections and flaws, but it's beautiful to me because it is taking me on the adventure of a lifetime. I'm so glad that we pushed ourselves into the uncomfortable zones to just do it.
I'm really curious what you guys thought about this particular home, so make sure to leave a comment. And please like, share, and subscribe so that I can continue to produce content for you every single week.